attacked us because we were over there, and we could go on for a whole show on that. I've talked about that before. But from everything I've understood, it's a radical religious belief. And really, they attacked their own leaders before they attacked us. And I actually have a call here from Dave from Leesburg. Did I push my button? Oh, okay. We're pretty much out of time anyways, but from what I understand, they want to keep this radical religious ideology. You know, I'm gonna have to talk about this more on my show because we're like out of time. But basically, it's a conflict between our way of life and theirs. What they believe should be the way of life of the world, and our way of life conflicts with theirs. And it has to do with their radical religious beliefs. And that's the core of this. And if we ignore that that's the core, we do it at our own peril. If we try to make some other reason, you can't. If you ignore the religious part of it, the religious ideological part of it, we're not gonna be able to defeat the enemy. I thank you all for listening. Join me Thursday, Constitution Day, outside Orlando City Hall at 5:30 p.m. I'm going to be speaking, and I'll see you guys there.
From about 19 cameras that are along this 8-mile stretch.
Fox's William Lajeunesse in Phoenix. Police in Minnesota trying to figure out who's responsible for an apparent murder-suicide in the family of 5 dead in an affluent Minneapolis suburb. South Lake police say all 5 people died of gunshot wounds. 4 found in their bedrooms. The family's father found in the garage. House Republicans using a parliamentary move to criticize the Iran nuclear deal.
It was mostly a set of 2 symbolic votes by the House of Representatives, a day Democratic filibusters stalled Senate GOP efforts to kill the accord. The House overwhelmingly voted against approving the deal without a single GOP vote. The Republicans wanted to get House Democrats who support the deal on the record, especially on 9/11. The House also voted on a measure to restrict President Obama from lifting sanctions on Iran. The Senate plans yet another effort to kill the deal next Tuesday night. It's a procedural vote which needs 60 yeas, but there are more than 40 Democratic supporters of the plan in the Senate. That means this is all a fait accompli. At the Capitol, Chad Pergram, Fox News Radio.
Scratch former Texas Governor Rick Perry from the GOP presidential race. Perry pulling the plug earlier today after cash problems.
If you're tired of all the hype, Kings.com to play free for your shot at the $2 million top prize in this Sunday's Millionaire Maker event. That's Swift for free entry now at DraftKings.com.
Here's your News Radio 1025 AccuWeather forecast. Cloudy and humid with a shower or a thunderstorm around near the coast. Low 71 to 75. Clouds and sunshine tomorrow. With a shower and a thunderstorm, it will be humid. High 82 to 88. Increasing clouds with a shower tomorrow night. News, weather, and traffic every 10 minutes in the morning. I'm Jonathan Reed for News Radio 1025 WFLA.
The following is a paid program. The views expressed are those of the host and caller.
And served as the 15th President of these United States during the run-up to the American Civil War. His close and personal friendship with Rufus King earned them the nicknames Miss Nancy and Aunt Fancy, which later became their stage names as they starred in such classics as Victor Victoria, A Midsummer Night's Dream, and the critically acclaimed Brokeback Hill, which went straight to DVD, which at the time were made of wood and eaten by termites during the Great Termite Plague of 1866. James Buchanan, a Democrat for all men. This has been a 30-second biography.
The Blaze Radio Network. Clearwater, Florida.
Clearwater, Florida. He was charged with possession and obstruction, which brings us to pro-criminal tip number 4912. If you're a known gang member who doesn't like weird white people touching you, don't shake a cop's hand with a joint tucked behind your ear.
It seems oddly
A
specific.
little odd and specific, but it's still a very important lesson to learn if you want to be a pro-criminal.
That's from
Or are.
tip number
4912. A little higher.
Yeah, exactly.
Down the list there a
They
little
get
bit.
pretty specific up around the 4,000.
Right. Now, I'm glad Cal's not here. Normally, I appreciate having Cal around, but I've got a sad story. And at Aaron Likes Limes, Skip Lacombe, please treat this sad story with the proper level of respect that it deserves.
Yeah, Doc, you say that.
I'm just telling you. I'm just warning you. Please treat it the way it deserves. The proper level of respect.
Aaron,
A 23-year-old Phoenix man is in critical condition with a gunshot wound to his head.
You know what could possibly be humorous or
He
horrible?
was shooting with friends. There was a discussion about the gun safety mechanism. In order to prove that it must be fired with the safety on, he put the gun to his head and pulled the trigger. Now, let me pause a moment, and can I start at the beginning again?
Please.
A 23-year-old Phoenix man is in critical condition with a gunshot wound to his head. He was shooting with friends. There was a discussion about the gun safety mechanism. In order to prove it could not be fired with the safety on, he put the gun to his head and pulled the trigger.
I'm gonna go and speculate that you can actually fire the gun with the safety on.
Well, we still don't have an answer about the gun safety because we're not sure if it was actually on or off, if it was faulty, malfunctioning. We don't know any of this stuff. All we know is that he put a gun to his head and pulled the trigger. See, guys, look at this. Look, right here. See, he could have said, look, guys, as I shoot the gun away from everybody and anything important is over there in the weeds or something. He didn't do that. Or at the target. See, don't worry. Look, the safety's on at the target. Whoa. Can you imagine if I put that to my head or something? He didn't do that. So, he shot himself in the head.
Imagine like him actually like having the discussion leading up to this with his friends, be like, "No, dude, I'm telling you, you can do it. No, you can't. I looked at the manual. I've done it 100 times. Dude, seriously, you can't. Dude, no, you can't. Oh no, here, watch. Let me just. Damn it, Joe! I told you."
See, as horrible it is, this guy's in critical condition. It's almost a shame that it happened so quickly. Because I wish there was like a 4-second delayed, like, wow, that gun went off. Holy moly, I shouldn't have done this. Right? I want that little bit of moment of time where you realize I screwed this up. That would be shooting yourself in the head.
Wow.
A bizarre story from Albuquerque.
Home.
This is so bizarre and out there and edgy. 20-year-old Randy Martinez visited a website where you can contact federal agents about possible sex crimes against children. Visits the website and allegedly dared agents to stop him from sexually assaulting a young girl later that night. They did stop him. He used a fake name and said he was going to rape a 6-year-old that he was babysitting. Federal agents immediately traced the tip's origin to his home computer. He show up at his house. Federal agents. He's like, "Hey, what's going on? I'm 20-year-old Randy Martinez. What up? Oh, yeah, here's a 6-year-old girl that I'm babysitting, by the way. The door with me." Now, he denied everything until they searched the web history on his phone. Want to guess what they found?
The website where you
Yes.
can tip
Guess what else they found on his phone?
child porn?
Yeah. Well, there were some pictures of what they say is child pornography. Some pictures.
Well, what kind of pictures?
Kids having sex. People having sex with kids. And there were a few of them, you know.
So child porn.
Child porn, but
How much? It was a few.
1,400 pictures. So, you know, just a couple of things. The accident, you could just stumble upon those somewhere, right? Looking for recipes or something.
I think we've all been on the internet and accidentally clicked a link we shouldn't have for a pop-up or something.
That you end up with 1,400 pictures, sure.
Spam.
Now, He later admitted the child porn images were his and that he made up the tip. And they asked him why he did all this, and he said he did it because he wanted to play a game, a cat and mouse game with law enforcement like they do in the movies, a cat and mouse game. He's a criminal mastermind.
I did play cat and mouse game.
It didn't go real far.
No.
Didn't real far. He told cops he wanted to start this cat and mouse game with the FBI, kind of leaving hints and clues about his devious acts, and they'd be frustrated and trying to figure out. They just looked at his IP address. Okay, yeah, we got this tip. It came in for 20-year-old Randy Martinez. You want to go pick him up?
Yeah, let's go get it.
Cops in the UK started a new campaign to curb the high number of bicycle thefts in a certain area. And their plan, they're displayed padlocked, brightly colored, eye-catching old bikes in hotspots around town. Hotspots meaning areas where known to be bicycle thefts, and a lot of them. So they had these brightly colored, eye-catching old bikes, and they padlocked them up as a campaign to stop bicycle thefts.
They've been stolen.
They stole parts of the bikes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump in on your story there.
See, they said the idea is to remind cyclists to be vigilant and to warn thieves that they're being watched. But all they did was just, because they put really good padlocks on them, so they just took parts of the bicycles.
Wow.
Sergeant Andy Cooper said, this was only one of a range of tactics that we're employing to tackle cycle thefts. It's only one thing. We got a lot of other stuff, too. That's not the only thing we're doing. That one that just failed that was so ridiculous anyone could have figured that was out. Figured out that was a bad idea. We've got others.
Even if they hadn't stole parts of the bike, how is that going to prevent other bike thefts?
Because you'll see the bright colored bikes, and that'll let you know you're being watched.
That makes sense. How?
Maybe if you put up a brightly colored camera.
Yeah.
How about that?
This is the crap I don't understand about over the pond over there, man. That doesn't make any sense.
Like we would do something just as stupid here.
No, you're right.
Okay.
You're right.
All right, quick break. This is the Morning Blaze.
This is the Morning Blaze with Doc Thompson and Skip Lacombe. Only on the Blaze Radio Network.
Direct from the historic newsreels of Talking Pictures, in cooperation with the International Broadcast Museum of East Sheboygan, this is a 30-second biography. Franklin Pierce, proud Democrat and supporter of slavery, was our nation's 14th leader. To this day, he's the only president to hail from New Hampshire. Throughout his term, Pierce earned a reputation as one of the worst presidents in American history, until Jimmy Carter moved the bar even lower. And you know who lowered it even more? Abandoned by those in his own party. Pierce was not renominated to run in the 1856 presidential election, especially after signing the highly unpopular Kansas-Nebraska Act, which forever changed college football. This has been a 30-second biography, brought to you by
the Blaze Radio Network.
Direct from the historic newsreels of Talking Pictures, in cooperation with the International Broadcast Museum of East Sheboygan, this is a 30-second biography. Husband of the snack cake legend Dolly Madison, who invented zingers and Twinkies, only to have their tasty future squandered by an overzealous union. James Madison, America's 4th president, founded the first American political party. Yes, it was all his fault. Mr. Madison also guided America through the War of 1812, where at the Battle of Fort McHenry, our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner, was written, replacing the first national anthem, Sir Mix-a-Lot's Baby Got Back. However, until the day he passed away, James Madison liked big butts and he cannot lie. You other patriots can't deny. This has been a 30-second biography brought to you by
The Blaze Radio Network.
Next Wednesday night, it's the second GOP presidential debate, live from the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library.
We need a leader that can bring back our jobs.
Don't miss our reaction show immediately following the debate. Join the Blaze Radio hosts, Doc, Skip, and Jay Severin, and get their analysis of the event.
The Washington machine that gobbles up our freedoms must be stopped.
Next Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, it's the second GOP presidential debate. Get our reaction right after, only on the Blaze Radio Network.
Over 24 million people in the United States are addicted to either alcohol or drugs. It's a national epidemic, and it's killing more people than auto accidents each year. If you or a loved one are struggling with an addiction, what's your plan? Do you think it will just go away on its own? It won't. Are you embarrassed or ashamed to ask for help? Too many people are. Addiction is not a character flaw. It's a disease that, left untreated, destroys lives, families, and relationships. It will literally take everything from you. Get help. Get help now. Call the Addiction Advisor Helpline. Their advisors are there 24 hours a day to listen and provide guidance. The call is free and the service is free.
Call the Addiction Advisor at 800-278-9402. That's 800-278-9402. Again, 800-278-9402. That's 800-278-9402.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich? Working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare? Having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom43.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work